Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be doing a little sort of loadout or a build, whatever you want to kind of call it. So I'm going to be doing a end of story ranger build. Now this is sort of, you've finished the campaign, you may be level 25, 26, 27, whatever it may be. You're working up to level 30 and you're starting to get maybe a few masterwork drops, and you're hitting your epics, and you're at around the power I am at now, 341. So this is a build I have found to be very, very helpful when I'm doing strongholds on hard, as well as other sort of just general sort of contracts that you'll get from leveling up your sentinels or your alchemists or your freelancers. The contracts you get from those guys, anything on hard difficulty really is what you should be playing at around about now once you complete the campaign. So this is what I use to basically help me push out the damage. Now as you can see, I'm not ready. I should have put that on there like that, and then we should have put this on there like that. So ignore that, that never happened. So basically the grenade that I use is the Inferno grenade. The reason why I had the Frostgate grenade equipped was I was giving it a go, I was giving it a try out, but I do prefer the Inferno grenade. It's much better. It gives you that little bit of extra tick damage, which is always nice. A little bit more damage is always pretty good. Assault launcher wise, you use the Seeking Missile. Now the main thing and the main important thing to take from the Seeking Missile, that it does impact damage. If you read the description, it says launches a missile that tracks towards the target, is an impact combo. Now that is a really, really important thing to take into consideration to do when you're putting your components on your build. So they're the main two. So you're going to use your Inferno grenade to prime, you're going to use your Seeking Missile to detonate. If you guys don't know what priming and detonating is, if you take a look at the Frost grenade, and on the left of the F you have the little circle with the circle around it. And then if you go onto the assault launcher and you look at the Seeking Missile, if you look to the left of the S, you have a star. Now that means that the star is a detonator and the circle is a primer. So that's how you're going to know. So you throw your Inferno grenade, you set them on fire, you hit them with a Seeking Missile, you do your combo. Now the most important part of the build are your components. Now Thermal Regulator does a little bit more extra fire damage, increases the heat capacity by 20%, and also increases your fire resistance by 20%, which is always pretty nice. A little bit of extra survivability isn't going to go a long way. It's always going to go a long way. And increases fire damage, obviously again a little bit handy, nothing really important. If you want this you can use it, if you don't it's up to you. Shotgun ammo. Again, it adds specialised storage for enhanced shotgun ammunition that increases damage by 5% of the base. Pretty handy. The main reason why I have this on is because I use the pump, a shotgun called the Papa Pump. But also if you look at its skills, I have critical 8% damage and shield of 70% max, which is fantastic for survivability. On the survivability note, you have shield reinforcement. I would highly recommend. It increases your shield obviously by, if you can see how they look, 984, which I don't know if that's good or bad because you don't really have a health bar or anything like that. It doesn't really show you what your shield and your health is, but it increases it by a lot. Again, increasing survivability, always handy. It also does 30% plus damage on my RB, and it also does 5% plus fire damage. So that's going to give my heat seeking missile 30% more damage, and it's also going to give my fire damage a little bit bump up as well, which is always good. Now onto the more important components of this build. Grenadier Inscription increases grenade recharge rate by 35% of its base speed. That is massive, boys. That is incredible. You want this on your build because your grenade recharges, they come back so fast. So fast, which means you can prime, which means you can combo more, which means you're going to be pushing out the damage. So this is definitely a must on the build. Now, grenade augment, again, that is totally up to you. If you guys want to run that, I run it because it gives my grenade that little bit more damage. It's totally and utterly down to you. But now, again, another massive component is increases impact damage by 35% of base and decreases blast damage by 35%. Now the blast damage decrease you don't really need to worry about. It does not matter in the slightest, due to the fact your combos are going to be impact damage, which is going to be increased by 35%, which is a massive increase. This is how you're going to be pumping out that damage. The 35% more damage and the 35% more on the recharge means you can pop those combos off more. So that's basically the main build. The support gear that I use is the bulwark point support gear. You can use whatever you fancy. It's totally and utterly up to you. The weapons that I'm using at the moment is Unending Battle. The only main reason why I use it is it's pretty cool gun. And I use the Papa Pump, which is impact damage +9 on one of its skills, and this gun is a beast for taking down shields. So I use this to pop the shields, then I hit them with a combo and I do some mean and nasty damage. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the little bit of gameplay I put together. If you liked the video, give it a little thumbs up and a subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in the next video.